My name's Garrett, Sonoda. This is my last day of school here in T3. I got 2 externs, one at Carafe full-time and in the daytime at Park Kitchen. I'm very excited to go start. Originally he didn't accept me as an extern, but he emailed me asking if I wanted to be employed there, so not just an extern but a job. And that's actually at both places. I got just jobs, not externs. By working with him and getting to know all these chefs and getting these opportunities that OCI gives me, it's really gotten me far. I graduated out of high school early just because, I don't know, to me it was just going too slow, and I'm always like, I have goals in my life and I always just want to get them done with as fast as I can. And so I finished high school thinking I wanted to be a cook, not really knowing anything about cooking or what it requires. And I came here, and
why here?
I checked out Western to begin with, and I mean, I loved the place. It was huge, and there was all these kitchens, and I was totally shocked. But then they told me like the student to kid ratio, or the student to teacher ratio, and I just felt like that I wouldn't be learning as much there because I would never have one-on-one time with the teacher. And they actually were talking about this new school over here. And so the next week we went and checked that out. And I just got this like warm feeling that these people could be my family. Talking to students that were attending at that time, they just said that the whole thing's like a family. And that's exactly what it turned out to be. I mean, I have a lot of great friends here and made really good connections with the chefs, and I'm gonna miss it. My first 2 weeks, I didn't think I was going to make it. I felt, I was really nervous going in and not knowing anything. And I mean, I got my butt kicked, but it was, for the best, and it turned out really well. And they taught me a lot. They taught me what the real world's going to be like.
Were you close to pulling the plug on it?
I don't think I was ever close to pulling the plug. I mean, there was times where I wished that it was easier, but if it was easy, then there'd be no point in coming here. So I mean, this is exactly why I came here, to learn how to do it.
If you could go back and give yourself advice to Garrett when he started now, what would you say?
I'd say, make sure you do the homework and do the reading, because that's the stuff that I went out of high school early just because I didn't like the reading. I like being hands-on, and as much fun as that is in the kitchen, you also learn a lot out of the textbook. You learn how to make sauces. You learn all this different things about cooking and like the chemistry it is. Mm-hmm. And I feel like I wish I knew more of that. And I felt like if I would did my homework, more regularly, then I would have had more success with that. I felt really good about myself once I started coming in. I came in all the time. I'd be here from, I had school in the morning, so I'd be here at 7 or 8, and then I was here till 7 or 9 at night just practicing. I had a stage at Les Pigeons, which I was really excited about, and I really wanted to get the extern there, so I just practiced, and that once I started practicing and working hard at it, I felt really good about myself, and I felt like I could do it, and that's what really got me pumped about this career. I really like Chef Hobson. He was just a really well-rounded guy. I mean, he was there for me when I needed him, and he taught me a lot. But he was also, a good friend, and he's just a really nice guy. And Chef Blight, he's a really smart chef, and I really learned a lot from him. Whether it was getting yelled at for saying something bad, but I mean, he just showed me what it's going to be like in the real world in T3, and I couldn't ask anything more than that from him. He's an excellent guy. I mean, I participated a lot in events and stuff, but every single one of those events, something good came out of them. So I wish I went back and did all those, like the appetizer event, and done every single event I could get my hands on, just make connections, because that's really what this industry is about, is knowing people and making good connections, and that's all it is. And every single one of those events helped so much. I learned a lot. My long-term goal, well, I hope to own my own restaurant by the time I'm 21. That's gonna be hard to do. I mean, my short-term goals are to strive really hard to be successful at Carafe and Park Kitchen and work my way up to the ranks, and eventually build off that to create my own restaurant, which I've been dreaming about for a long time.
Do you think you'll come back and do the AAS program?
I've been talking about it a lot. That's the business program, right?
Yeah.
I've been talking about it with my folks, and I think I will come back and do it after maybe. I just turned 18, so I was thinking about coming back after like a year or two, just because I'm ready to work the line right now, and they taught me how to do that, and that's what I came here for, and I want to get that down, and then before I take a break in my life just to learn all that management. I want to work really hard at working my way up the ranks, and then come back and then take it. I would just say, you gotta love cooking. You gotta love working hard. I mean, this isn't necessarily a cakewalk, but it's not, like prison or anything. It's fun, but it's also, challenging. So, if you really love cooking, this is the school to be at. There's a lot of great chefs here. And I know I only named 2, but I mean, I'm really good friends with, most every single chef here, and that's one thing you'll get from this school that you probably won't get from any other school, especially in Oregon. I mean, this is the school to be at, and just work really hard with what you do.
Roll.
Last day.
Yep. Yeah. Last day. Yeah.
So tell me one of the most important lessons you learned here at school.
You all done? Yeah.
Focus power.
Focus power.
You gotta work really hard and put out good things.
Okay. And what are you going to do when you get out there next week on your externship?
Work clean and small and say yes to that.
Excellent. And what are you going to do after you finish your externship at night at like 11:30?
I'm gonna go home, get a good night's rest, and not party.
Roll.
Last day.
Yep. Yeah. Last day. Yeah.
So tell me one of the most important lessons you learned here at school.
You all done? Yeah.
Focus power.
Focus power.
You gotta work really hard and put out good things.
Okay. And what are you going to do when you get out there next week on your externship?
Work clean and small and say yes to that.
Excellent. And what are you going to do after you finish your externship at night at like 11:30?
I'm gonna go home, get a good night's rest, and not party.